welcome back to your boys right here on BP's Pro Wrestling Corner.com. I'm your boy BP. It's your boy Skippy right here. This is AEW review. What happened this week? It was pretty interesting, especially leading up to Full Gear, the pay-per-view coming up this Saturday. Anyway, your first match here was the bastard Pac going one-on-one against Trent, one part of the Best Friends. If you guys don't know who Pac is, of course, it's Devil from WWE. If you guys don't know who Trent is, his whole name is Trent Beretta. He was also on WWE at one time. But this is a pretty interesting match. I did end up giving this match 3.5 stars. I thought it was pretty entertaining just to start off for AEW, the show itself. Pac did end up winning the match.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is on that.
I give it 3.5 as well. For once, AEW is pretty predictable here. Just Pac, they're really pushing him up, especially with his match with Hangman Page coming up.
Yeah, so that's gonna be
Full Gear.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting there. But that's not the only thing that happened there. Cody Rhodes ends up coming out to the ring. He's getting interviewed by Tony Schiavone about this whole mess with this whole title situation that he has a match with Chris Jericho coming up in Full Gear. And Cody Rhodes ends up making an announcement. If he does not win the title, that he's never going to go for the AEW Championship again. Ever.
I think it makes sense, just simply because, and we know some people like this. Anybody who runs a promotion, they're always champion at some point. You look at Vince McMahon, he's been champion. You look at Rick Lee, he's champion. So,
you hear that, role model? We're coming at you on that, yeah. So, that was pretty funny you said that. Rick Lee.
Sorry, man.
If you guys don't know who Rick Lee is, if you guys are part of the whole Akron, wrestling or the thing here, Rick Lee is co-founder of back in the day it was called PWW. He's a really cool guy, pretty great wrestler at his time. Now he owns, or I don't know if he owns, but he's running. Yeah, he does own, I think. Rubber City Wrestling, yeah. RCW. So Rick, that's a shout out for you, buddy.
But like I said, with Eric Bischoff, I'm pretty sure he was world champion. Everybody becomes world champion if they're running promotions. It just, I don't know what it is, ego, story,
yeah,
whatever. I don't care. And sometimes you are the best guy,
Yeah.
But you don't want it to look at, hey, I run the company, I'm always going to get the title shots. And that you don't want that perception.
But we all knew Cody was going to be champion at one time, especially this whole AEW thing. If it's only one time for AEW, that's cool. Because I don't think Cody's been world champion at anything, on any promotion he was ever at, which was only WWE as far as I know. But I don't think he's been a champion at all. Was he even in the United States? Was he Intercontinental? I have no idea.
I don't think he was.
The only thing I knew he was
Japan or anything.
Yeah, the only thing I knew he was tag team champion at one time.
He had the Intercontinental for a while. Remember, he brought it back as the white title.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. That's interesting. Yeah. But anyway, so that's what's going on with that. He says that he's not going to go for a championship ever again if he does not beat Chris Jericho this Saturday at Full Gear. So, that's what happened. Next up here, man, we have the Lucha Brothers. They come out to watch a tag team match between the Dark Order here and Private Party. And whoever wins this match is going to be added to their match at Full Gear against SCU, the tag team champions, the Lucha Brothers. So that's what happened here. And this was an entertaining match, man. I'm telling you, I gave it 3.5 stars, and Private Party came out on top of this one.
I give it 4 stars. That was just a great tag team match. I've become a huge fan of the Private Party since this.
They're pretty fun.
Since the tag team tournament, since Dynamite started. These guys are great.
Private Party reminds me of the AEW version of the Street Profits, man.
Absolutely,
I'm telling you what, they're great, entertaining guys. But yeah, Private Party, congratulations to them guys. They will be added to the now 3-team tag team championship match at Full Gear. So yeah, other than that, man, these guys are fantastic. Next up, we had a women's tag team match here on AEW. We had Jamie Hayter teaming up with Emi Sakura, I think it is. Anyway, this Emi Sakura is going to be going against Riho for the AEW Women's Championship at Full Gear. But anyway, they went against Riho and Shayna here in a tag team match. And the winners surprised the shit out of me, but Jamie Hayter and Sakura won this match. I gave 3.5 stars. It was entertaining, and I still don't know how the hell Rio's 60-pound ass is still the AEW Women's Champion here, dude.
She uses her size to an advantage. I mean, who would have thought that? Look at Rey Mysterio. How did he ever beat like Big Show?
You know what? That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But
I really don't know too much about these AEW stars. Because some of them are new to me. Some of them we do know. But some of them came from New Japan. Some of them came from Impact. Some of them came from all around the world to get to AEW. And now we're learning a lot more about these guys. And it's
the women's division, especially. I didn't know a whole lot of them. I mean, I knew Awesome Kong.
Right.
I don't know what they're calling them.
It's Awesome Kong. Speaking of Awesome Kong, Brandy Rhodes has something going on with her, and I think they're going to be bringing. I think Brandy's going to be managing Awesome Kong as it's going on, and I see her probably trying to put her up against the little 60-pound Rio for a championship. If that happens,
Lord.
You know.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Rio. It was nice knowing you.
But as you remember last week, she jumped Jamie Hayter for behind.
Yeah. I'm curious. I always thought Brandy could be great in the ring. I don't know why she never did wrestle much in WWE other than, hey, we're going to make you be an announcer. Yeah.
Maybe they didn't let her.
Yeah.
So now she's part of this company with her husband, and now she's able to spread her wings and actually get in the ring and wrestle.
Yeah.
Who's to say some of these women in WWE doesn't want to be wrestlers? You got like Renee Young.
I don't know.
Her husband's a damn wrestler. Who's to say she never wanted to wrestle? Maybe she's not allowed.
Maybe you did.
Yeah.
I never thought she wanted to wrestle.
Yeah, I don't know. You got the other women backstage announcers.
Kathy Kelly,
Charlie Caruso, all these guys. So who knows? But anyway, yeah. So that's what happened with that. The winners were Jamie Hayter and Sakura here. 3.5 stars from me. I don't know. Like I said, that was entertaining.
Yeah.
Next up, man, we had Brandon Cutler. No relation to our boy Steve Cutler from NXT over there. Forgotten Sons Cutler. I'm just messing around, whatever. But anyway, Brandon Cutler going 1-on-1 against our boy Sean Spears. Perfect 10.
The chairman.
The chairman, Sean Spears.
Now, is that a shot at Vince McMahon? Is that why they're going with that?
That would be funny. But he does actually carry a chair around with him. With his manager, former Four Horseman man, well, still Four Horseman in my book, Mr. Tully Blanchard. So, this match, I hate to tell you guys this, but I gave it 2 stars. I wasn't really
there wasn't much of a match here.
Sean won.
I was surprised to see this no-name Brandon Cutler guy get the upper hand as much as he did.
Exactly.
But Sean Spears, loved him as Ty Dillinger, really. Just another guy that once he hit the main roster, Vince just, thumb up his ass, no idea what he's doing. So.
Exactly. Didn't know where to use these guys. And I was so, man, it was, speaking of that, that's WWE. We'll get into that later on. But Vince said no, he used a lot of people, and that's why everything went stale there for a while. But it looks like everything's picking up for these guys.
Yeah.
So hopefully, but this is not WWE, this is AEW. We're going to get back into these guys. This is your main event right here. Adam Hangman Page going teaming up with our boy Kenny Omega here, going against Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara here. And this was a pretty interesting match. I gave it 4 stars. I love Sammy Guevara. I think he's fucking hilarious. I think he's funny. That stupid ass hairdo he's got. And being with Chris Jericho. And this is what I'm surprised if you guys did see this show and you guys seen the back history of the match going on between Chris Jericho and Cody, and they showed the thing with Chris Jericho's part, and Virgil of all people was on this. And speaking of Virgil, I seen you about a month and a half ago over at Hartville Flea Market, so that was so fantastic seeing Virgil back on the big screen on wrestling, but he's going under a different name, something Jones. It was funny to see him do that. He said Chris Jericho's talent is like Olive Garden's breadsticks, unlimited. And it was hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to cover that video package earlier. That was just a brilliant segment with Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. I love that, which bubbly would you like today?
Oh, man, that was fantastic. And him throwing Virgil in there, something Jones. I don't know what he's going by. I forgot what they said, but it was so funny.
That video though, like honestly, it was great.
That was funny. I loved it.
I'm the Le Champion, and like making
La
it
Champion.
like it's what the other thing. Jack Hager in that video. That was hilarious.
Jack didn't say
It cut to him
Jake.
like he's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
say,
not Jack.
yeah,
Jake.
Yeah.
He didn't say a damn word.
Yeah, it cut to him like everybody's talking about him. They had Chris's aunt's friend from church or something like that.
Oh my god!
They had all kinds of funny little segments in there, but
so entertaining. It was funny. I love it. If you guys can see that, you guys just have to go see that. So just that Chris Jericho package is so funny.
This episode of Dynamite specifically was definitely a lesson on promos.
Yes.
You get the video promo from Jericho,
Yeah.
and then the Cody Rhodes thing. We didn't give that enough time.
We didn't either, but yeah, Cody Rhodes did a fantastic job.
That promo,
with what he said.
That promo earlier, that just people should study that for years.
Oh yeah, his dad would definitely be proud of Cody in that promo right there.
My favorite part, and it's probably everybody's favorite, was it took me 14 years to go from unrecognizable to ungoddamn deniable.
That's true, and
so.
That's what I'm saying, man. When you get into a big promotion, and you're not the owner or you're not the man in charge, then you're just going to get lost in the shuffle with everybody else, with all the great talent, man. And that sucks.
That used to be a huge problem with WWE. Developmental used to be a problem with WWE, but then they started getting developmental to where, these guys are great. They're building stars. The early stages of NXT,
Absolutely.
And then we're starting to see most people that came up from NXT just kind of flopped. I was worried the women were going to flop because
Asuka, Kairi Sane.
I'm talking about the original NXT women that got caught up with
Sasha and Bayley. And
when they brought them
Becky.
up and they're like, "Oh, we're going to have like Team Bella versus Pete." I was like, "Really? This is what you did?"
Look, speaking of that, I'm sorry. I'm glad you guys did what you guys did. You guys are part of the women's situation back in WWE. I'm so glad we ain't never got to see the Bella Twins again.
Yeah.
I'm done with them. They're done. I'm sorry. At one time I was Team Bella. Okay, it's over with now. So, they're retired. Not that I don't like, I love Daniel Bryan, so don't get me wrong with that.
Well, yeah, he's probably the best Bella.
but
love
anyway,
John Cena too, but that's separated. My favorite Bella now is probably Johnny Laurinaitis.
Backstage, Johnny Laurinaitis. But getting back to AEW, man, this is fantastic. Both promos are fantastic. Video packages, all the video packages are fantastic. Leading up to Full Gear here, and man, I just can't say enough about it. Anyway, Hangman Page, Kenny Omega going against Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara. The winners were Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara.
The Inner Circle.
The Inner Circle did win this match. I gave it 4 stars, and it was great, man. Cody came in with the save after the match was over with. The Inner Circle started jumping on Omega and Hangman Page here, because if you do know, Hangman Page, Pac came out, distracting him. They got into it. They jumped on Kenny Omega. Cody Rhodes comes out, tried with the save. MJF comes out with the save. Cody lays out Jericho, and all hell broke loose. But what happened here? All Young Bucks, everybody got involved in this, leading up to Full Gear. But what was a tall tale here was in the middle of the ring. Chris Jericho was laid out, but he got out of the ring. But Cody Rhodes picked up the AEW Championship. Now, is that a thing that we're going to see this Saturday at Full Gear? We're not going to know until this Saturday. But anyway, you guys, if you guys don't know nothing about AEW, you guys need to get into it. Don't be just a WWE smart, because what I call
this feels like WCW Prime days, where
I'm telling you,
where
WCW
WCW was stealing ratings left and right, and I believe AEW is definitely beating NXT.
Don't get me wrong, I love WWE. I will always love WWE. And NXT is my favorite brand, and like you said, for the last couple of weeks, man, since AEW started, has beat NXT. From what I've seen this week, NXT is almost there, man. So AEW is losing a little. And also, man, if you guys did see, this happened with SmackDown, Raw. This happened with NXT. People's not showing up to the building. The arenas are empty. This episode of Dynamite, I seen pictures before the show started that it was empty. So who knows? Because the camera don't pan out so far, except for what's going on. So we don't know exactly what happened.
They're only going to show us certain angles.
Exactly.
There could be empty seats behind the cameras.
But it happens on every show, not
And
just
another concern
AEW.
is they were advertising tickets still on sale for full year. That's your first major show since Dynamite started.
Yeah, and
You would hope that you'd
all
be
in.
sold out by now.
all in and all out sold out in, 20 minutes?
Yeah, so we're hoping.
Something there happens. So I hope AEW's not losing their steam. But we're going to get right on into this full gear card. Go ahead, Skippy. What do you think?
All right, I'm going to start with what appears to be the pre-show. We're going to get Dr. Britt Baker against Bea Priestley. I'm going to go with the Doctor. I'm a big fan of Britt Baker. She's probably, like I said earlier, one of the only women I really knew going into Dynamite, and huge fan. Love Britsburg. So
I'm going to go with Mrs. Cole, too. So, there's nothing else I can say about that.
all right, next up, we're going to get Joey Janela versus Shawn Spears. I'm going to go with the chairman.
There was a dark match that happened. I didn't get to see all of it. I seen parts of it. What I seen with Shawn Spears, he ripped Joey Janela's tongue out of his damn mouth, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and go with Shawn Spears because of the deciding factor. Total answer outside.
Absolutely. Next up, we got Adam Hangman Page versus Pac, the Bastard. I'm going to go with the Bastard. I think he's going to win.
Well, that's where me and him's going to disagree on that. I think Hangman Page is going to win because I think it's going to come full circle for him and Pac. But we'll see. Pac might end up going. You might be right about that.
All right. Next up, we got the AEW Women's Championship match: Riho versus Emi Sakura. I'm going to go with the champ, Riho.
I was thinking about that too because even though Sakura is her the one that trained her, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the champ too.
Yeah, they said that maybe she still got some lessons to teach her or something, but I don't think so. I think
Riho is gonna override the teacher in this one.
And then next up, we talked about this earlier: the AEW Tag Team Championship match: SCU versus Lucha Brothers versus Private Party.
Dude,
I gotta go with the Lucha Brothers. I thought they were gonna win the tournament.
Dude,
those guys are incredible.
I am a huge Lucha Brothers fan.
Absolutely.
I love Ray. I love really who doesn't love Pentagon? I mean, come on.
I'm a huge fan of Private Party and even SCU,
yes.
But I just gotta go with the Lucha Brothers. I think they're the best tag team besides maybe the Young Bucks on AEW.
I'm picking the Lucha Brothers to win this match, but my mind's telling me the AEW's probably not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
SCU might win it, or they might pull us all, and Private Party might come out. But I'm picking Lucha Brothers all the way.
Yeah. Then next up, we got the Young Bucks versus members of the Inner Circle, Santana and Ortiz.
Young Bucks for me,
Young Bucks.
All the way. Young Bucks.
I'm thinking the Elite are going to clean house here, but we'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
John Moxley versus Kenny Omega in an unsanctioned lights out match.
It's unsanctioned. Lights out. Everybody's thinking John Moxley's going to win this match.
I'm thinking John Moxley, actually.
You think John Moxley? See,
think about it. He's twisted, bizarre. I've seen match where he literally had sauce put to his head on the indies. So
that's the problem right there. See, everybody's thinking John Moxley, and I was even thinking John Moxley too before I seen everything. But man, I think Omega's got something up his sleeve, dude. I'm thinking Kenny Omega here for me because I'm all in, I'm all elite. So there you go.
All right, in the final match, the most anticipated match I think we're all looking forward to here, we got the World Championship match, Chris Jericho versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I'm going with the American Nightmare. I gotta believe he's going to hold a World Championship at some point in his career, and that stipulation being there that he won't challenge for it ever again if he loses, I think that just kind of that'll fuel his.
There you go. He picks American Nightmare. I'm thinking American Nightmare too, but my heart's telling me it's not going to happen because I love Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I just love Chris Jericho, and for him to lose the title this fast, it'll be heartbreaking to me, and it'll be heartbreaking to all the Jericho, the people who put this whole damn video packages together with Chris. Man, I'm telling you, it'll be just heartbreaking to see it happen, but. Like he said, man, Cody Rhodes needs to win this or he's not going to go back for a title again.
He said he has to win the match. Maybe he wins the match, but not the title. A DQ.
Maybe.
Jake gets involved,
Jake
gets
Hager,
caught.
Yeah. That's true because this is not no disqualification. They never say anything like that. So, yeah,
So I can imagine the elite and the inner circle are going to have something to do with this outcome.
Maybe, yeah, probably. But does that mean if he wins the match but not the championship, he's still not going to be able to go for a championship, right?
I'm not sure.
Is that his
He
stipulation?
sort of said if he didn't win the match, but he might have said if he didn't win the title. Which, I mean, you got to imagine that.
Well, I think he said match because he didn't say title. If he would have said match, then I could see him going back saying, "Okay, I'm going to rematch it." But if he did say if he didn't win the title,
this should have been like a cage match or something. You would think, just to kind of
keep everybody out of the ring.
Yeah,
actually.
Especially if you're going to put a stipulation like that into it, you should have.
So true, man.
Should put some protection in there for yourself, Cody.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, that looks like a great Full Gear card, guys. I'm pretty interested to see what happens on Saturday night. So we're going to get back down, and we'll probably review it. We won't be on Sunday. It might be Monday morning. You might get that AEW review. But anyway, that is your AEW review for the show, Dynamite, guys. And all in all, I thought it was a fantastic show going into Full Gear.
Fantastic. The go-home episode of Full Gear, yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I thought it was great. But, again, you guys, we want to thank you guys so much for joining us here on YouTube.com. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to us to get all our videos. Hit that post notification button up there. Everything. Skippy brings at you here on the corner.